Every time I come around you, it's like my mind becomes soundproof. Don't hear nobody but you. I'm enjoying the sound of you. It's just something about you. I can't shake how I feel. I just need you to confirm that this feeling that I feel is real. Is it real?
Simple words I would say won't sweep you away. Not off your feet, but you fly to me. I can't help it that you feel like home. Sound like a lot to you, but pretty simple words to do. Simple words I would say won't sweep you away. Right off your feet, but you fly to me. I can't help it that you feel like home. Sound like a lot to you, but pretty simple words to do. Honey, let me talk to you at least. I call you honey, yo, because you thick, brown, and sweet.
So, my name is Denzel Fleming, and I'm also known as No Not Washington, and I'm here with...
Tia Corine.
It's cool, it's cool. So, Tia Corine, where did the name Tia Corine come from?
Well, my first name is Tia, and my middle name is Corine. So,
Just put the two together.
yep, Tia Corine.
Literally, because as I was looking it up, your name is spaced together. Is that the reason for it, the first name, middle name?
It's not supposed to be a space. But that's everybody's mistake. Everybody wants to put a space, but it's really Tia Corine because it's all one word and that's all me. You know, it's Tia and Corine. But Tia Corine is like, I'll say my alter ego, so but it's together.
Is your alter ego?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is unmask the alter ego so we can get the Tia and the Corine as we're supposed to. So earlier I asked, what's your favorite things to drink and eat? Of course, like there's the raspberry lemonade and strawberries. I also have a couple gifts for you that, you know, they're yours, and that's the vase, which is a vessel, and there's a little bit of a biblical reasoning for it, and there's the magazine.
Thank you. Aww. So what's the magazine for?
The magazine, it has Tiana Taylor on the cover, and it says Our Tribe. Because what I'm realizing is that while in Winston-Salem, we're building our tribe. In North Carolina in general, we're really building it as we speak. And that's just amazing, and you being on the forefront of it. So how do you feel about being the leading lady of North Carolina?
I don't think it's really hit me yet. I still feel like, oh, okay, it's I don't know. I still feel like I guess it's bigger than me. I always say that because I really feel that way. Like I said, it just really hasn't hit me yet. I don't know. It really just hasn't hit me yet. I still just think of myself, I guess my humbleness has taken over me because I just still feel like I have so much work to do. And this is just the beginning. So it's just like, I can't get too excited about this because it can stop all at once. And I can never go anywhere. I can never get higher. So I just try to remain kind of like content about it. Just try to feel neutral about it. Not try to get too excited, not try to feel underexcited. So I don't know how it feels yet.
Okay. I can respect it. I definitely understand. And so, like, where you at now? You said at any time you could be higher, you could be at the same, or what have you. So knowing that, where you come from, where is it that you come from?
Winston-Salem, here.
Okay. And what was your introduction to rap, hip hop, or the genre that you place yourself in?
My parents, my dad, he played a lot of like Sugar Hill Gang and like Tribe Called Quest, and my mom's kind of like 70s, 80s music. And so I kind of just mixed it together because I was like, when I was with my dad, that's all I listened to. And same with my mom, that's all I listened to, but I like both of them. So I kind of like mixed it together, and that's where my rap kind of comes from and my sound. But before I was rapping, I started off singing. And so then I just slowly changed to rap around like 16. But before I knew I was going to be a singer. So that's where that kind of, I guess maybe the sing rap, that's where it comes from, because I still enjoy this, like, I still like to sing. So I always want to incorporate that with rap, because that's where I started off at.
Okay, and I could definitely hear it, especially in your newest single, Chanel. It's like,
Yeah.
it has the
Little
bop.
pop. Yeah, everybody says it sounds like K-pop, but that's like my thing too, because I like anime. So, yeah.
So what's your favorite anime?
I really, really like Inuyasha. That's my favorite, but Attack on Titan is kind of taking over right now.
It's lit.
Yeah, I love anime.
That's pretty cool. And also, when I was listening to Chanel, and they said the K-pop definitely popped up. Well, no pun intended. It definitely popped up, and I thought, she'll really take off overseas, and you probably already are. Have you been noticing that?
Yeah, a lot of people from overseas hit me up a lot. Like, they really love my music. So that's one of my goals, is to travel more, and meaning like international wise as well, because they really want me to come over there. So I feel like I could strive a lot over there.
So if you could go anywhere in the world to just be, where would you go and why?
I would say Tokyo, but I haven't been yet, so I can't say like why. But I went snowboarding one time, and I really liked it. And they said Tokyo has like the best snow, like where you can fall into it, like you're falling on pillows, and it just looks cool. Like, they have really cool architecture. Like, their buildings are crazy. Like, even their food. Like, I could just, yeah. It's so much. Like, the style, everything.
When you mentioned the food, I noticed that you got a little bit ecstatic. What do you find yourself eating the most, or like what are your favorite foods? And
Of course, rice is my favorite. I can just eat rice and pizza, but I haven't really had too much like Japanese food. And over here, if I get it, it's always mixed. Like, I have Korean friends, I have like people from the Philippines, so I kind of get a mix of different Asian foods. But I just know that junk be banging. Like, the egg rolls that you make at home, not at the Chinese store, it's way different. Like,
what's the difference?
It's not the same ingredients. Like, they have Asian markets here and in Greensboro, but it's like they use this type of like noodle, but it's not like a noodle like oodles and noodles. I can't explain like what it is. It kind of tastes like it's kind of skinny like grass. I don't know what it is, but it's really good. And then Korean beef is like different than like beef. Like, have you ever had Korean beef before?
I haven't.
No? It's really good.
Okay.
It's just really good. I don't know. It's what they cook with is different, and I like spicy stuff, like that sweet and sour taste. And most of their sauces are like sweet and sour, kind of, in a way.
And honestly, if I was to describe your sound, it would definitely be like sweet and sour chicken. Because,
Yeah, exactly.
Because like you got the singing, which is the sweet, and then like once you read the lyrics,
yeah, it's sour. Yeah,
but it's
spicy.
It's palatable, like you can digest it.
Sure.
And it's definitely something that the people can appreciate. So we tackled food, we tackled travel, in a sense. Music. Ooh.
What?
Who are your influences?
As of now, or just like in general?
As of now.
As of now, I haven't been inspired lately, to be honest. In the past, it was definitely like Tyler, the Creator, because his choice of like instruments, they try to like mix classical with this stuff, and he kind of inspires me to make my songs more classic, not just to make music, just to make music. I want them to be classic, so you can listen to it at any time. But right now, I haven't been really inspired by anyone lately.
So the past being Tyler, the Creator, I know Fanny and Bosch, they're putting together like these ciphers and everything else. So where would you say you fit in regard to the hip hop rap scene in not just in North Carolina but in general?
Where would I fit in?
Or where would you like to place yourself?
Like, as in, like, what type of rapper I am, or, I really don't know. Just because every song I make is different. I'm not a freestyler. Like, I won't go and just freestyle on the beat. That's just not me. I've never been that way. I've tried, and all my stuff comes out goofy. I'm just the type of person that really likes to make good music. So I don't know where I would place myself. Like I say, every time I make a song, it's way different than the last. So I'm still kind of figuring out, like, where am I in this rap scene? I really don't know. Maybe I'm creating a new category. I hate to sound like cliche, but
Come on, somebody.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know who I would like sit myself next to. You get what I'm saying?
I do. So when you are creating good music, so now we get into your creative process. So when you're creating good music, what does it feel like? What does it sound like? How would you describe what's going on while you're in your studio setting or your writing setting? Because it could be two different things.
Yeah. I guess my studio and writing setting is the same because everything I write at that moment, it's never like I used to just write to the beat, you know what I'm saying? But now I kind of get on the mic and kind of find a tone or a tune, a sound like that I want to say, because I found a while ago that I would have a certain tone in my voice before I got on the mic, and then when I got on the mic, it wasn't coming out the way I heard it in my head, and it used to frustrate me because it's like, but that tone was never really real because I couldn't make it. I just thought I could in my head. You know what I'm saying? So now I've started trying to just record while the beat is playing, like live, and so I don't say I freestyle because I don't, but I kind of just let it flow, and then I just mumble like a flow that I want to do until I get words to it, and then I just go from there.
So while the producer is building on the beat, you're also building on your lyrics and how you want to tackle what it is that's in front of you.
Pretty much, yeah. Or most of the time, people just send me beats because I record at my house a lot now. So I'll kind of just listen to a bunch of beats, and then I'll kind of find one that kind of matches my mood at the moment, because it makes it way easier to write and record, of course. Right. And yeah, while the beat is playing, I can I learned this from Apex, but you can have the mic on and you choose different auto tunes or whatever, and while the beat is playing, I can kind of go over and be like, and I'll find a melody, and then once I find a melody, then I'll keep humming like what I want to say without the words, and then I close my eyes, and then like the words start piecing together, and I'm like, and then it just like a domino effect. A library shelf or whatever in my house, it has books on it.
What are some of those books?
I have like a whole collection, but it's about science, basically about like atoms and like carbon and how the world is like kind of made, and how like the light, how it reflects through our eyes and how we see objects. So just kind of books I have, because I'm real like a nerd with like science. So like gives me a different perspective on like how the world works, and not just the stuff that they show you in school or just in the Bible too. I feel like I'm one of the type of person that's always like questioning things like, but why? That doesn't make sense. But so I forget the guy's name because he is actually a good person to go and like research because he has a school in California. Gosh, I wish I could remember his name. But a good book to read, though, it's a collection of them. I don't know what they're called, though, but one is like teach you how to love and how to be like non-reactionary and stuff like that, because I had a big problem with that. Like, I'm real reactionary. But I'm so sorry. I can't give a title of a book right now.
But you gave a theme of books and science or nonfiction. And
there we go.
That's the positive part about it.
That's what I was trying to say.
Those documentary. There's one It's like Our Planet on Netflix.
Yeah.
And then there's this, right.
See, it's happening to you.
Right. There's this guy, it's a black guy on Netflix, and he just talks about how these things came to be, and especially like telescopes and stars and how people used the stars before. And a metaphor of that is how people still use the stars for inspiration, and stars being people. Because now a lot of people aren't looking up, they're looking down at their phones. So what would you say is your influence that you recognize, or what's the influence that you would like to leave or to impact upon other people?
Ooh, that's a good question. What influence that I would like to leave on people? I guess it would more so be like, I don't sound so cliche, but like really being yourself, like understanding yourself and believing what you believe, because a lot of people I see now, they don't really know what they believe. They kind of just believe whatever anybody else believes, but that other person still doesn't know what they believe. You know, it's like a never-ending like domino effect. So my influence was to be like, influence yourself first. You know what I mean? Like influence yourself first. If that makes sense. You get it?
Yeah, and I like that on the tail end of it, you said influence yourself first. Because it all starts with us.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the book, it said, the good book,
Yeah.
it says, be fruitful and multiply. And that's one of the things that I live by, or one of the I guess the mantras. It's just to be fruitful and multiply. Be of good, so we can, even in our decay, we can still grow for the next thing, because most fruits have seeds within them. And so whenever they go to the earth somehow, they become anew to something else. What are some inspirational quotes that you live by?
I don't have any. I just don't. My mom was always that type of person to find like inspirational quotes, and like she'd have a lot of them on like her refrigerator, or you know, they'll just be laying around like in her book. She'll write in just a random quote. But I've never really like lived by inspirational quote. I kind of just
Lived.
Yeah, just lived and kind of just found things here and there, you know, like especially with my mom leaving quotes, and I'll read it and be like, huh, I like that. And then they will stay in my head maybe for a couple of weeks, and I may act on it because it will pop up, and I'm like, you need to remember, you know, do by this quote right now. This is a good time to use this. But yeah, I suck. I don't have a inspirational quote I go by, but I just kind of live. I just live.
And that goes into the next. That really goes into the next topic. How do you stay healthy?
Stay healthy. For one, I cut out eating beef and pork. I don't eat that anymore. I used to work out a lot. I kind of fell off a little bit just because ball got rolling, and I have a new schedule to live by now. But always try to stay active, even if it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So I do work out. Staying healthy mentally, kind of taking a break from social media, not, you kind of see a lot of people like kind of posting on a lot of nude pictures or close to nude, and, you know, all these lists coming out like, oh, they're the top rappers, and my name might be on there. So sometimes I have to just kind of take a break from that, or unfollow certain people so I don't have to see that every day. And yeah, trying to meditate, you know, make sure I get that me time. Like I'm with Apex almost every day. I'm with my daughter almost every day. Fans, studio, just all these different people coming in and out. So I have to make sure I get that me time where I meditate and cleanse myself of these other different energies that's always around me. So staying active, you know, I don't really do diets, but I at least try to cut out certain things, soda, a lot of sugary items. I don't do energy drinks, like I said, beef or pork. And I try to stay away from a lot of fried foods, but yeah, dieting working out and staying mentally healthy by like meditating, getting my me time.
Okay. Mental health does matter.
Oh yeah.
Mental health really does
Yeah.
matter. And especially in today's age.